Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz on November 28, 2015, 2:30 a.m. Part Man, Part Machine, Part 2. And so let me get on here. So back to Hitler. He wanted his own race of people, and that was in his crawl. That's something he couldn't get out, and he knew apparently it was achievable, and it was. Um, So it's also said that he was aware of the DNA that was already in certain people and animals. Hitler was aware of this. Whatever gave him that knowledge, I don't know, but he knew it, and that's where he wanted to create part man, part machine. And he also wanted the greatest city on earth. Now, I want to take you away from that just briefly. Hitler wanted the greatest city on earth. But did you know that there were cities on earth prior to the flood? You did. I know that. Did you know that they were in advance of us today? Well, if they can build these huge temples, these huge pyramids, and all these things out, mainly throughout Peru and South America. But did you know there was a city in the water off the coast of Japan, a single city, 300 miles big, 300 miles long was this city, and it's off the coast of Japan. Also off the coast of India. There's more off the coast, and in the Black Sea there are more. They're not telling you these things. 300 miles, and on top of all that, they were so far in advance of us, in advance of Hitler. He was in advance of us, so we'll get there. So the flood of Noah happened primarily to kill all the people, all the fish, all the animals, because all were infected by DNA from the fallen sons of God. And that couldn't stand. He had to take them out, or this world, we wouldn't be here today if he had not. So the rocket scientist was 100 years in advance and ahead of the United States in 1945. The ones they took, on paperclip, they had anyway, it was on a paperclip, what they called it, where they went and they rounded up as many of these brilliant scientists throughout Germany and other parts of Europe to bring them here. And von Braun was one of them. He was a genius in rockets. We didn't know anything about rockets. And but quickly, we did. We found out. Unfortunately, that's what happened to Japan. So the truth be known, the super cities back in the year, as far back as year 1200, and even maybe year 1000, and up to 1400, depending on the flood, they were in advance of us back then. They were ahead of us today. Keep in mind, they had all these things connected by grid work that circled our globe. And the only thing that will short out something like that is water. It'll fry it. You take all electronics you want, throw them in water, pull them out, and try to make them work. They're gone. So God destroyed the world by water to destroy what they had and what should not be brought to us. There was great cities at the deepest depths of the ocean, 7 miles deep. There was giant cities, and they had lights. They had lights. They had batteries. One was a Baghdad battery, but that was after, far after, these people back in the year 1000. Time started on year 1. 1,000 years later, they had way more than we have. So, and where did that knowledge come from? Well, the sons of God brought it, passed it on to men, and God knew what was going on, but God had to have that documented. Of course, God knew what it was. So he got Enoch and told Enoch to write a book for every year from a point on, which was 366. And we have 2 of those books. Enoch had 366 books, and they're the secrets. They are the secrets that we aren't aware of. If we knew one of these secrets, it would propel us far above and beyond the rest of the people. Somebody's got at least 1 or 2 of those books. But anyway, all the secrets of knowledge are written in these books that Enoch wrote. And so in reality, the human race today, counting everything, we're 5,000 years plus behind where we should be today in everything. Electronics, in flight, everything. We're 5,000 years behind. The books of Enoch would prove that if you could see them. Because the things they had, we still hadn't got back to that point where we have even discovered them yet. So if man had the other 364 books of Enoch, this world would not be the same. Rockets travel to Sirius, way out. We could do it in about between 40 and 72,000 years. Depends on which one you want to go to. The advancement that they had back then could have been done between 2 and 4 weeks. That's 2 to 4 weeks they could travel to that point. And so today, the Illuminati, the Trilateral Commission, the Paris Club, and a few others are about to expose to this world, to us, the new man. And I'm coming still with the Jews. So you know why God, the punishment on the Jews stood is because, well, the God's chosen people. And after leading them 40 years without one person getting a code, but yet Moses leaves for a while, then they just build them an idol to worship. So you can understand that, I'm sure. So it was Operation Paperclip that brought the Nazi scientists here to America. And so we have a lot of them today. And I know Russia has some. I don't know how many. But we're kind of neck and neck. Well, right now I'm at 9:40. I'm going to close it. And this will be the final part coming up. Jody Wolf Expoz.